Akhila, come in video mode. I'm audible. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. In today's class, I want to discuss about the. I want to start your service marketing third unit. That is customer defined service standards. Okay. Before going to start this class, okay, as all of you are aware about that introduction to the service marketing first unit, then second unit is that about the gap 2, gap 1. Then in today's class I want to discuss about yeah, what is that exactly, the service standards. Why as a service marketing manager you need to alert, you need to know about the service standards. Yes, Akila, tell me what is the meaning of that service standard means.
Sir, they are having certain standards, sir,
Standards are
about
in the form
how
of
to
what?
provide.
What is
Sir,
called as
like how,
service standards?
yes, sir, like how to provide the service and all, sir. Like, sir, certain guidelines might be available.
Certain guidelines and how to give that services to the end user,
Yes,
right? So that's
yes, sir.
called as service standards,
Yes, sir.
right? And
Yes,
on
sir.
what particular parameters you are going to analyze that standardity of the any service or any product? On what parameters you are going to analyze?
Sir, depends on the customer's expectations.
Depend on the customer expectations. Okay.
Sir, how they want the services to be provided. So, like how they want, sir, they can, if they want, they can customize, the
Okay.
services.
Okay. See, as an think as you are the major customer, then what are the major particular points you are going to follow while you are going to maintain such a kind of service standards in your organization? Suppose think you are the service marketing manager, Akhila. Tell me what are the parameters you are going to look for to maintain that such a kind of standardity.
Uh, sir, sir,
Yes.
maybe first of all, I look at, sir, what, sir, for example, if I'm giving service, sir, like Urban Clap, sir,
Hmm.
they go home and provide the services, sir. Sir, I think we'll look at their locations, sir, if we can provide them with all the services they are expecting, like whether our employees can go to their locations and provide the services.
Okay.
So like,
Jaswina, Jaswina,
Yes, sir.
tell me, according to you, what is that
Yes, sir.
exactly the service standards? As a service marketing manager,
Yes, sir.
on what parameters you are going to analyze that service standards?
As a service marketing manager, how I would analyze the service standard. So, for different kinds of organizations, there will be different protocols. Like if
True.
you take the example of our college, there's something known as NABHI something, but for a hospital, there is NABH. So that is National Accredited Board of Hospitals. So as per that protocol, there is a certain thing that there should be these many canteens, there should be these many facilities for doctors, for nurses, for ward persons, and so as per the protocol which is assigned by the National Accredited Board of whatever, it may be of education, it may be of particular departments like the police department or the fire department,
Might
everyone
be
has the
anything.
certain standards that are provided.
True. True. So,
So yes, sir.
uh, as per according to you means standards are depend on what kind of accreditation they have, each company.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
What
sir. And
kind
how
of
many
particular
star ratings they
depend
have?
on the accreditation only, the standards are dependent. So as a customer they can go there and take the particular services by the respected service sector. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So, according to you, that is what you mentioned. That is also right. But in generally, service standards are the qualities of the service. Got it?
Yes, yes, sir.
Those are the qualities, or maybe with respect full to the features of the product, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe related to the time, how you are going to maintain that delivery time. Okay. Then what are the additional features you are giving to the service sector, by the service sector to the end user, right? These all are coming under the customer defined service standard. The major parameters are: major one is quality, we need to think about the quality. Second one is time delivery. Okay. Then what are the features you are giving them, what are the offers you are giving them, what are the discounts you are giving them. Okay. What are the additional facilities you are giving to the all the customers, how you are maintaining that service integrity. So depend on these all points. Okay. That customer defined service standards are depended. So standards are nothing but these are the some quality features, right? This tells about the maybe goods or services quality. Okay. Depend on that quality. Take an example: ISO, International Standard Organization. Suppose take an example, in education sector or any institute, if there is a ISO, okay, then you can tell that there are some standardities are there. Okay. ISO audit is there. Okay. ISO files they are implementing. When there is a ISO, means they are implementing good quality of standards to their organization. So for the purpose to maintain your customers needfully, okay, for the purpose to maintain good relationship between you and your customers, right? As a service marketing manager, you need to implement all the standards related to your service. Service is not only related to only to the customers. Okay. That is depend on. I'm audible, Jaswina?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 1 minute. Huh? Okay. So that is depend on what kind of particular organization you have, what kind of product you have, what kind of particular facilities you are giving to the customers. Okay. What kind of direct customer you have, how you should maintain that particular standardity with respect to your quality, time delivery, and features to your product. Okay. What are the extra facilities you are giving to the customers. So depend on these all points, we can tell that service standards. Okay. Service standards we can analyze. Okay. Any customer they can analyze by any accreditation, what kind of accreditations are there, what kind of particular certifications are there. So depend on that. Okay. You can analyze. Suppose if you are going to buy any PVC pipes, take an example. Okay. So if there is a on that particular pipes, if there is a any ISI marks, take an example, then that is a good product. Suppose you want to buy any masks, take an example, on that particular mask, if there is any ISI marks, then it is very valid particular product. Yes or no? And suppose take an
Yes,
example,
sir.
what you what Jasmina mentioned before me, that is if you are going to any hospital or if you are going to any this one. Okay. Those are depend on again some particular certificates. Okay. We can analyze that standardity of that particular organization, standardity of that particular product. Okay. Like to the education sector, NBA, National Board of Accreditation. Okay. Again, some institutes they are implementing NAC. Okay. National Accreditation of Council of, again, and that there are some particular explanation is there related NAC, NBA, ISO. Okay. And then yeah, to the food sector, FASSI, FSI. So those are the
Sir,
particular
sir, can
quality.
I ask you one question?
Yeah, why not?
Sir, you're saying that if that stamp is there, that means it is 100%. So
What is it?
tomorrow,
What is
if
it?
I own a company,
Huh?
So you said that if accreditation is there, that will be of standardized. So
Correct.
now tomorrow I come up with a company.
Ah,
I know inside my company there are no standards, but
right.
just to impress customers, I will purchase that standards, because the places that I have worked and the places that I have seen, people literally they buy the accreditation. I have
True.
seen in my own
Nowadays,
hospital,
that
not
is a
to
kind of
disclose.
business. No, no, actually, nowadays that is a
So
kind of
not to
business.
disclose, but I know
True.
that how
That is
we
true.
do acting, how
But
we do auditing, how we
but
just act about it just to get the standards.
correct. The thing is nowadays, as a customer, how they are going to believe? Suppose take an example. Even in the market also, those are not ISI products, but by doing such a kind of particular sales, they are taking that kind of advantage. Do you believe this or no? Yes, Jasvina.
Yes, sir. Being like a flow
Without any
coordinator, yes,
ISI,
sir.
without any ISI standards, without any certificates, they're selling that their particular products by uh, mentioning that ISI mark on their particular product.
So, but then it can be a very legal
Actually,
case, no? If the
actually that is
product goes
punishable.
into the court,
No, 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 no.
it's a
Actually, that is actually punishable. But the thing is, one who are not aware about that depend on the customers as in a seller. Okay, they are going to sell those such kind of particular products. That's it. Okay, one who are only profit oriented. Okay, so depend on by analyzing the customers, by analyzing the thinking capacity of the customer, they are going to motivate to the customers and they are going to sell such a kind of particular products, right? So this is kind of again what kind of particular this is not a proper way of selling. It's not a proper way to maintain such a kind of inequality of product. But in generally, what I'm talking, that is such a kind of particular things those are happening in the market. So really, I'll tell you, this is not going to maintain any standardity, but but for the purpose to make some profit. Okay, but in some large organizations and in even medium scale organizations, they are implementing such a kind of standardities. Okay, so depend on that. Okay, they need to maintain that quality. They need to take feedback from the end users. Okay, then they need to audit that maybe every hour wise, maybe per day wise, maybe every month or every 3 month or 6 month or in a year one time, they need to maintain that audit. Okay, so for the purpose, at least for that, they need to maintain that data. So that tells that about the service standards. Got it? So you know already that is in last unit, in the second unit, we discussed about the gap two. Sorry, gap one. So what is that gap two exactly? Yes, Jasvina, what is that exactly gap two is? Jasvina.
so service delivery and customer driven service designs and standards.
Yeah, service delivery is okay, but what is that exactly customer driven service
Meaning.
designs and standards?
So now take the example. I'll just give an example of
No, no, don't
Flipkart,
give me
okay?
example, only explanation I
Huh.
want.
So that's what, how so like in Flipkart, there is one delivery chain. Suppose
Uh,
if you order a product on Flipkart, they will
okay.
trace your order, and that's where the design is there. Suppose the product will get released from the manufacturer. So
Okay.
which manufacturer and all details will come. So that is a kind of a design, like a flow chart that they give to their customers, so that the customers don't panic. This is one kind of service design.
Okay.
Another thing that standard is how
Again,
the product
same thing.
moves.
True, true.
Yes, sir.
How the
How
product
the
move,
product
how they implement such a kind of quality. Okay.
so like you take the example of Amazon and all. If you see the Amazon covering of the box, you will
True,
get one lady's photo, men's photo with their story. You will have the
true.
way how they have packed it, how much of foam or how much of care they take to deliver your product. And now also they are giving personalized touch by putting private messages. This is
True,
another
true,
level
true, true.
altogether, wherein they are coming into psychology of a client or psychology of the customer. So
True.
I would explain like service delivery is changing nowadays. It's getting more personal touches.
Yeah,
through
yeah,
this through
really true.
machine learning. They are learning what kind of person we are, and they are sending small messages just to
True.
make us more happier.
So
So Himalaya
majorly
also is implementing thank you message cards in all their packages.
true, true. So those all are totally depend on what kind of service delivery is there, what kind of company they have. Okay, then what are the expectations are there by the end users, what kind of particular product they are expecting. Okay, what kind of particular standards they need to implement for their organization, what how they need to design that. Okay, depend on the need of the end users. So whatever the relation is there in between these two, that's coming under the gap 2. So for the purpose to increase gap 2, what are the reasons, you know that. And for the purpose to reduce that gap between service delivery and customer driven service designs and standards, okay, what are the strategies you are going to implement for your organization, that's coming under the gap 2 of your this particular unit. So you know already, no need to discuss that meaning of standard. Okay, it totally tells about the quality of service, what are the features are there, what are the particular uh, uh, relations are there between service providers and the end users. So depend on these particular points only. Okay, this unit is dependent. So next point is there are various types of customer defined service standards are there. Majorly we are going to analyze, there are majorly two measures are there, one is a hard measure and next one is soft measure, very very important for your exam point of view. Okay, you need to at least aware about this, what is that, what are the types of customer defined service standards. So first one is hard measure and second one is soft measure. So what is that exactly the hard measure is? Hard standards often involve counts or timed actions of how many, how accurately, how quickly, that is provided by the organization. Suppose take an example, correct order delivered to the consumer. If you are as a consumer, if you are ordered, take an example, as a company, they need to deliver that particular product in the time, right on the time. Okay. Uh, Another example, the doctors gives the patient's scheduled appointment time and whatever they will give that appointment time. So in the time only they need to give that services to the patients. Next example, dry cleaner cleans the customer's clothing by the promised date. So as a dry cleaner, which date they are given. Okay, so within that particular date only they need to give the particular clothes to the customers. So depend on the deadlines, depend on the days, depend on the time, depend on the time delivery, how accurately you are, how quickly you are response to your end users. Okay, how many particular orders are there. So how you are going to give such a kind of particular delivery to the end users. So depend on that. Okay, those are there in your hand. Okay, so depend on that. Okay, you have to give that such a kind of particular delivery to your end users. So that's coming into the hard measures. Hard measures are, you can analyze that, and that is there in your hand to give on the spot. Okay, as per the need of the end users. Hard measures. Then next one is soft measures. Soft measures are to the customers. Okay, so depend on the as a customer, how they are going to think about themselves, about maybe satisfactory level. Maybe take an example about how company is traded for them. Okay, how they are going to feel about themselves. That is coming into the soft measures. Here hard measures are totally there to the customer, this one company, and soft measures are to the customers. So before going to give such a kind of any services to the end user, as an particular company or any service person, how they are going to think about the customer and how they will give such a kind of service to the end user, that's hard measure. Soft measures are after giving such a kind of particular services, okay, as an customer, how they are going to think about themselves, how they are going to think about the service sector, how they are going to think about the quality performance or any relationship between them and service provider. Those are called as soft measures. Very, very important for your exam point of view. They will ask total 7-mark question, that is, what is service standards? 3-mark question. Then next question is, explain what are the types of customer defined service standards. So one is hard measures and second one is soft measures. Okay. So as in the customer, they're going to think like was I involved, informed and consulted? Did I like how I was treated? In what way was I made to feel? Okay. So these are such kind of questions. Okay, yourself you need to ask questions. So that's why these are coming into the soft measures, means how you're going to your maintain your soft skills. So like that, okay, you need to ask yourself, and if you are satisfied, so these are the answers and those are the soft measures. As an customers, they need to analyze themselves, and hard measures are as a company people, okay, as a service provider, they need to analyze themselves about the hard measures. So next point is on factors necessary for appropriate service standards. See, service standards are with respect to the quality, quantity, price, okay, then what kind of relation is there, then what are the features are there, depend on all these particular points, okay, we can analyze that service standards. Okay, but what are the factors those are necessary for appropriate service standards? As a service provider, you need to think on this first. Okay, so that is first one is standardization of service behaviors and actions. As a service provider, you need to maintain your behavior in front of your customers. You need to maintain that quality of behavior. You need to maintain such a kind of relationship between you and your end users. Okay, behavior is not only to sell your particular product, okay, up to that, no, you need to maintain your behavior to all customers, okay, and you need to attract them by giving such a kind of particular all the features or quality of particular services to your end users. If there is any weak in that, if there is any error in that, so you need to take proper actions on particular standards of your services. This is one of the major necessary point and one of the major factor that is very important in the for the purpose to maintain your service standards in the organization. Then next point, that is formal service targets and goals. As a service provider, you need to set some service formal targets, okay, with the help of the service marketing, okay, uh, sector. You need to frame some objectives, you have to look that vision, mission, goal. So on the basis of that, okay, you need to set those particular targets. So on the basis of those particular targets only, again you need to improve your behavior and take some actions to reach that particular goal. So customer, not a company, define standards. Here you need to maintain as a customer defined standards, not company standards. So here you need to look, okay, what are the standards those are required, what are the wants of the customers, what are the qualities of the particular product those are expected by your end users. So you need to analyze what is the necessity of the customers, what is the necessity of what kind of particular standards they are expecting. Okay, means again you need to research on that, again you need to work on that. So then only you can reach that particular goal in the time. So that's why these are the major three necessary and most appropriate, those are very important to reach that your goal in the service standards. Next point is, that is very, very important, this is a 10-mark question. What are the process or what are the steps those are coming under the setting a customer defined standards? If you are really looking for customer defined standards, if you are really looking for wants of the customers, if you are really interested in taking feedback from the end users, okay, means you should aware about the what are the wants, what are the hard and soft measures are there. You need to collect that information by the survey. Okay, so yourself you need to survey to the your organization, and you need to collect from the end users. Okay, depend on the hard and soft only your service standard are dependent. So steps are, first one, that is identifying existing or desired service encounter sequence. You know already, encounter means it is a procedure between service provider and the end users while they're going to give such a kind of particular services, that's called as service encounter. So you need to identify exactly what is the existing and desired service encounter, how I should give better services to the end users, how I should uh, uh, attract the end users, how I should aware about the better service standards, how I should give better service standards to the end users. You need to identify that present and maybe about the future service encounter sequence also. Maybe now I am giving like this, maybe in future, as per the maybe 2022 vision or 25 vision, 2030 vision, how I should change myself in the form of giving services to end users. You need to work on that. You need to analyze that every year, every month, every day, how you need to change, how you need to uh, re-engineer in the particular this service sector, how you are going to maintain that benchmark. Okay, so depend on these all points. Okay, you need to identify the existing or desired service encounter sequence. Second step is, that is, translate customer expectations into behaviors or actions. Whatever you know about the customer expectations, okay, by analyzing or by collecting such a kind of customer expectations, okay, you need to translate that into your behaviors or actions. Okay, by collecting such a kind of feedback or wants of the end users, you need to discuss with them properly if there is any fault or any errors are there with you, for the purpose to maintain such a kind of standardity in your organization. Okay, for the purpose to maintain quality of your brand, for the purpose to maintain that your brand loyalty, for the purpose to maintain that your customer loyalty your company. Okay, you need to maintain that your all employees behaviors. If there is any errors are there, you have to take action on that and maintain again that your service sector standardity. Then third step is, that is, select behaviors or actions for standards, for the purpose to maintain such a kind of quality of services in your organization, for the purpose to maintain such a kind of good relationship between you and your customers. Okay, select what kind of particular behaviors or attitudes that is required. What is the exact want of the customers, what is the exact need of the customers, what kind of particular customers are there in the time of when you are giving services to the end users, how you should maintain your behavior for the purpose to attract same or new customers to your company, right? You need to analyze that, you need to maintain that behavior, and again you need to take some actions for the purpose to maintain that standards. Set hard and or soft standards. Okay, what kind of hard and soft standards that is required. Okay, you need to implement for the purpose to attract customers. Okay, then fifth one, that is, develop feedback mechanisms. This is very very important as a service marketing manager. Okay, every time, every day, every hour, you should aware about what kind of feedbacks are there by your customers. Okay, you need to develop that feedback mechanism, you need to implement for your organization, you need to make maintain that as an hobby to collect that feedback from your end users. Maybe if there is a hard measure by audits or any operating data, maybe by operating data, okay, or maybe by any audits, you can analyze that very easily, what kind of feedbacks are given by the end users. But softs are measured by transaction based surveys, how you are going to survey, maybe face to face, okay, or maybe by asking them, maybe by interview, or maybe by doing any survey, okay. Okay, so depend on these particular points, especially for the purpose to maintain such a kind of standardity in your organization, okay. This plays a very important role. Those are hard and soft particular standards. Hard and soft feedback mechanisms are very important to collect such a kind of any information to the service sector. Then next point is, that is, establish measures and target levels. See, it's very important. After all, collecting such a kind of information by service providers, okay, you should aware about, you should establish some measures, and what are the exact target levels you need to implement. You have to maintain those levels as a target, and establish the measures. You need to measure those, okay. What are the changes those are required, and how you should implement those, and how you should take action, and for what particular levels you need to change such a kind of any particular changes in the services. You need to maintain that target level. So depend on target level is, target level is it is nothing but in this month such a kind of customers they are visited. Take an example. Maybe in next month, minimum how much customers I need to attract. You need to work on that. So that's coming under the this step, that is establish measures and target levels. Then next point is track measures against standards. Track measures means every day you need to check uh, and you need to measure what kind of standards you are implementing, okay. What are the errors are there, okay. Total how much you collected the feedback, and how many customers they are satisfied, how many customers are not satisfied, one who is given any suggestions or not, okay. uh, so that particular standardity you need to measure daily, okay. Track that all the feedbacks by your customers, maybe every hour wise, maybe again in a week one time, or in a month one time, or every 3 month one time, or every 6 month one time, or in a year 1 or 2 time. You need to collect, track that such a kind of particular feedback, and you need to measure that and take some actions to your particular employees for the purpose to maintain better quality of particular standards of your particular product to your end users. Then last one, update target levels and again measure. If there is any changes are required, take an example, as a service marketing manager, you need to update the target levels, okay. Total depend on the, by analyzing your profit and loss, by analyzing your total revenue in this particular service sector, by analyzing your competitors, by analyzing such a kind of competencies of your employees, okay, by analyzing the need of the end users, okay. You need to update your target levels, okay, as per the need of your company, and again measure that, so it becomes very easy for you to maintain any such a kind of standardity in your organization. So these are the major points, those are coming under the process for setting customer defined service standards. So next point is, yes, very important. uh, what are the challenges of matching supply and demand in capacity? Before going to start this particular matching supply and demand in capacity, I want to discuss with you people like what is demand and supply to the service marketing. Yes, Jasvina, tell me what is the meaning of that supply and demand?
The supply and demand chain.
Yes, all have to come in video mode.
Yes, sir.
What is
You
the
can say.
demand and supply?
demand is like what the society demands, and
Huh?
supply is the demand.
You are in sleeping
So
mode now.
no, sir.
Now tell me, what is that exactly the demand and supply?
The
Especially you are
demand
working
is
in, take an example, if you are a service marketing manager working in any company, then what is that exactly demand and supply curve?
so I'll tell from the economics point of view.
No economic point, only service marketing point of view.
Okay. So if the demand is high
Huh?
and the supply, so like a monopoly, imagine there's only one supplier, but the
Huh?
demand is huge. So you are the king in the market. If suppose you sell diamonds, and if you're the only supplier of diamonds, everyone will come to you. Now if the demand is if the demand is high, and the supply is less, then also you are the king. Like take the example of mask. Once
See,
upon a
in
time
monopoly,
COVID-19.
see in monopoly, even demand is also high and supply is also high.
No, sir, not always. They keep the supply low. They
And
have good
sometimes,
supply, but they keep it
and
low.
sometimes, and sometimes, when the demand is too high and supply becomes low
Hmm.
because
To
unavailability of the
increase the
product.
price.
There is no
No,
any
sir.
availability of the product.
Sir, availability is there, but they
Availability
keep
is there,
that
but if there
product
is a
in the
more demand
godown.
at a time, all customers they are going to buy such a kind of particular product, then availability becomes low, na?
Sir, I'll give you one example. Recently, this year, 2020. So you remember onion prices had gone up to 250.
And correct.
Supply was there.
Supply
Supply
was
was
there.
there, but
That's what. Depend
demand.
on what kind of product, what kind of need, what kind of product
Yes,
they are expecting by the
yes,
company. Depend on that. Okay. And demand and supplies are dependent. That's depend on the company. That's depend on the product. That's depend on the category. Right. So that's
yes, sir.
depend on the need of the customers at the end. Okay. So matching supply and demand in capacity means if there is a more demand to the market, take an example. Even as an manufacturer, they need to maintain that manufacturing also. Suppose take an example. Take an example. I prepared mask. Take an example. I prepared mask.
Hmm.
Take an example. Same masks. Okay. Actually, there is a demand to the market. Okay, but if there is no demand, I'm not going to supply. Before COVID, okay, there was a demand. No,
No,
but
sir.
now,
Now
but
there's
now
full demand.
there is a
There's
demand.
demand
There is a supply. Why? Because of the need.
because of the need of the
Because of the
customer.
need. If there is a need is there, means as a manufacturer they need to manufacture more. They need to demand that particular product. They need to supply by various distributors. Then only there is a meaning. See, like that in service marketing, okay, as a service marketing manager, as per the need of the customers, you need to maintain that both supply and demand all the customers. So then only there is a meaning to service marketing. What is that exactly service? Means within the time you need to supply those particular products and maintain that particular demand in the market.
Market.
Demand in the self, demand itself that tells that quality of your product. Demand itself that tells that about the delivery time of your particular product. Delivery time of your company. How you are going to supply that particular product to the end users. Quality. Where is your target customers are there? Right? So these are the major points. Depend on that only your supply and demand is dependent to your service marketing.